Hi, yarny friends. This is Stephanie of Stephanie's Yarn Escape. Thank you for joining me today for episode number 63. This is a crochet podcast where I take you on my yarniest adventures in hopes that you find some sort of inspiration. So grab your favorite beverage, prop those feet up because you deserve to, and enjoy what I have to share. So some of you have noticed that I was a little MIA last week. Last Sunday, I became very ill, and it took me down. I'm feeling much better now. I'm still very tired, so doing certain things, I get very tired. So I didn't do a whole lot of yarny things this week, simply because I just wasn't feeling good. I got a lot of rest. I'm a person that does not sit down from the minute I wake up till my daughter goes to bed. Once my daughter goes to bed, then I get out my crochet stuff. And that's the only time I sit. So this week was a huge adjustment filled with anxiety because I wanted to do things, but I couldn't. But thank you all for your concerns and well wishes and checking up on me. I really do appreciate it. But yes, I'm feeling much better now. Not 100%. But I'm getting there day by day. I'm just kind of building myself up, I guess. So I have a lot to share. I did get some yarny time in throughout the week. Not a whole lot. I did work on some things. So I'm going to share with you that today. I do have a finished object. I do. And a bunch of whips. I feel like I worked on more than what I have on my table for some reason. But that's okay. So, the first thing I want to show you is the baby blanket that I've been working on. That is currently being housed in this gorgeous bag that my friend Karen gifted me. Speaking of Karen, her birthday was in January. I had sent her a birthday gift along with her ornament that me and my Knit Night girls do, our ornament swap, and she has yet to receive it. It's just kind of floating out there in Texas, just kind of going from place to place. It's just on tour, I guess, but hopefully she gets it soon. But anyways, I didn't touch this baby blanket this week because I was sick and it's for a baby, so I didn't want any germs to get on it. Just me. But I did touch it, I did work on it some the week before, so I figured it's good to show. So this is the baby blanket. Here is the bottom. And this is where I was last time I showed you guys, so I got this color. I got 2 rows of this teal. And then it goes to, the pattern will repeat from here down on the other side. And then I'll be ready to make the manatee applique that goes on it. And it'll be ready for its new home. I wanted it done by now, but it's not. That's okay. It's getting there slowly but surely. What yarn am I using? I am using I Love This yarn because I've really loved the yarn for multiple things. So the colors I'm using are white, glacier, sea blue, and this really pretty pink, and rosy cheeks. So those colors are making up the blanket. My hair is on here. I lost it. So yes, that's making up the blanket. I'm loving these colors together. Very, very pretty. So this yarn is 100% acrylic for medium, and there's 355 yards in each one of these skeins. So definitely plenty here to have some left over. Love, love working on it. The pattern itself that I'm doing is from Daisy Farm Crafts. It is a striped baby blanket. The colors are different, of course, but it's a half double single crochet repeat pattern. And it's giving this nice subtle texture. And then I pre-planned the stripes, which didn't quite work out. I don't know if it was my math or what, but usually I just kind of go with it and just, you know, do whatever. But I wanted this to be unique, and so I drew up a little sketch of where I was going with it. But it's working out. I love it. And we're moving along with that. Once this baby blanket is done, I want to start a new baby set. What else? So I've also been working on this hooded bunny blanket. Hooded woodland rabbit blanket by MJ's Off the Hook Designs. She has a whole collection of these. There's a deer, there's a moose, there's a skunk, there's a owl, a whole bunch of different ones. Very, very cute. I did purchase a few of them, and I bought the yarn for those projects in 2019. I think it was for the deer and the bunny. I bought the yarn. And this year I wanted to make a whole bunch of hooded blankets, and I bought yarn on one of my Joann hauls for 3 or 4 more. So I'm getting along with the bunny here. It also, in the pattern, has the pattern for little carrot too. So I haven't decided if I'm going to make that yet, but I'm getting pretty moving along with the bunny part, the blanket part. So I finished the body of it. And this is a 6 bulky yarn. So here is where I was last time when I showed you guys. So I finished off the body of the blanket, and then the bunny tail in the center there. So this is the main part of the blanket. There is a kid's version and an adult version. Like, she has the sizes for kid and adult in this pattern. I'm just doing the kid. And then I have other parts. This is for the hooded part for the bunny head. This is the hooded part. And then there's more. I have part of the ears done. I have both ears. And then I just got to do the inside. And then I got to do its face. I got to do its face. I don't know. Let me see if I can find a better picture. I got to do its face, and there's little parts on the arms for the kid to put their hands in. Here's some of there's a bear one. I did a bear one. So, very, very cute. I paid for this pattern off of Ravelry. So be sure to check that out if that's something you're interested in. I'm enjoying it. It works so fast because, like I said, it's with 6 bulky yarn. The yarn I'm using for it is this Bernat Softy Chunky. It's a 6 bulky. This is the color Natural. 100% acrylic, and there's 108 yards in this game. And so this is natural. This is what I'm using for the snout and the bunny tail. And then the inside of the ear. And then this is linen. This was the main color of the bunny. So, yes, it's coming along. Lots of progress on that. Now I'm down to the details, so it's getting pretty fun. What else did I work on? Well, so Christy from Crochet Creations by Christy is holding a year-long challenge for a Mosaic granny square. Is that the name of it? I don't remember if that's the actual name of the pattern, but it's a YouTube tutorial. I will link it down below. And so basically what you do is you make multiple squares, however many you want, and just put together this blanket at the end of the year, and you're going to have this gorgeous blanket. I got my second square done. So here's my first square. Square one. And then here is my second square. It definitely, I don't know, obviously my tension was different than the first one because it's really pulling in on the sides here, but I think a good blocking will fix that. So, and get that all squared up. So I have 2 squares so far that look different. I'm loving it. So my plan with this is to make a bunch of squares this size to go the outside of the blanket, and then I'm going to make a center square that's larger and then put these out and around it. So I think that'd be really cool. And it's super, super easy. So the yarn I'm using for that is this Karen Big Cakes, and I'm kind of letting the cake do what it, do its thing. And this is in the tiramisu colorway. It's a 4 medium, 603 yards in one cake. And then the border I'm doing in this Red Heart Buff. Yeah, 100% acrylic, and this skein is 364 yards. I was having a hard time picking a border color because I wanted a color to tie everything together. So I thought the buff looked very nice. So what I'm doing is I'm letting the cake, I don't remember how many rows off the top of my head. So they're the same size. These are the same size. So I'm letting the cake do its thing throughout the center, and then I do run 1 row of the pattern in the buff, and then I'm doing 1 row of double crochet around the outside to just kind of clean it up some. So very excited about that. Be sure to check out her Facebook page for that. And it's not too late to enter, so you can still enter. She does random drawings for that. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. I really like that. When she first announced it, I just pretty much went stash diving and picked a yarn that has been in my stash for quite some time. I need to do that more. I have a very large video coming out this week of a yarn haul that I did this past Saturday. It was the day before I got sick because I woke up Sunday morning not feeling well. My local yarny friend, her and I go on shopping trips, have crochet days at least once or twice a month, and we wanted to go shopping because we wanted to go out for a good steak dinner. And my intention was to get a couple skeins of yarn that I needed, and it escalated. That's in a video later this week. Anyway, I do have a new whip. It is my Attack of the Amigurumi 2022. I am doing a llama, and I did not write down the name of the designer. Okay, so I hurried up and wrote down the name of the designer. It's by Grayson Yarn. I'm doing a llama. It's a free pattern on her website, and I went ahead and got that started. I don't think I've done any of her patterns, but for February, Attack of the Amigurumi 2022, the theme is fiber sources. So you're going to make an amigurumi of your choosing for, how did I word this last time? And my brain's still a fog. The words are escaping me. Anywhere, any amigurumi that we get our yarny fibers from, such as sheep, camel, llamas. Someone made a bamboo plant, which is pretty clever. I love that. Use your imagination. If we can make yarn from its fibers, if we can make yarn fibers from it, you can make it, as long as it's an amigurumi. It's be an amigurumi. Wow, that exhausted me. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so I started my llama. I've been using my phone to look at the pattern, so I don't have anything visual to show you, and I think my camera's not in the same spot as it was before, but that's okay. So I have it started. I got its little legs going, and they are now connected, which is pretty cool. And now I think I just go around and around and around for a little bit for its body. Now, there's that. Let me show you the yarn I'm using, because I was also contemplating something, and I'll run it by you guys. So for the bottoms of the feet, I'm using some of this Big Twist Value in the color Taupe, which I use this for the color of my owl. This is 380 yards, 100% acrylic for medium. And then for the body of the llama, I'm using some of this I Love This yarn in the color Linen. And it is 100% acrylic, 355 yards for medium. Now, let me ask you guys something. So I have this started. And then I have this yarn. Okay, this is the giveaway yarn. So if you enter February, you have a chance to win this yarn with my stitch marker on there. This is I Love This Yarn print in the colorway Belladonna, 4 medium, 100% acrylic, 252 yards. So you're going to win this skein of yarn. I have another skein of this exact color. Look how pretty it is. It's got some of that bright green, gray, pink. It's heathered. So pretty. Love, love, love. I was contemplating, I had it sitting there on the table when I was working on this one. I was contemplating maybe making a llama, a second llama, out of this color as well too. What do you guys think? I think it'd be really cute. My problem is time. So, do I have time? Probably not. Because it is what? February 13th? We're about halfway through the month. Just about. And I have this much of my llama done. But I think it would be so cute in these colors. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to do it. I'm not sure. Because when I make two of something, I like to have it going at the same time as well too. So I'll do like the legs for that and get it started to connect them. And then once I get that part done out of this yarn, then I move on to its body, and then I do the body of the other one. That's just how I do it, because if not, then it just ends up at the bottom of my project bag and to never be seen again. You know, sometimes I can't make two of the same pattern. I just don't know. Because there's so many other patterns out there I want to make, so I just move on. But I've done it with the goat where I'm making all the parts at the same time. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think this would be a cute llama? I think it would. I don't know what to do. Time is not my friend. There's just not enough time. And I have so many whips. I'm probably going to do it. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Okay, so here's the start of my llama so far. I'm very excited about it. Liking this month's challenge. And like I said, you make this month's theme, and you have a chance to win this. And maybe you can make your own llama out of it. Yeah. Okay. What else was I working on? Well, and like, here's my amigurumi bag, and I have a gnome at the bottom. It's a chef gnome that hasn't seen daylight for a while. So then I'm like, do I want to make two llamas, or do I want to finish this llama and maybe pull out the chef gnome again, you know, to get it out of my bag? And that's where I'm always perplexed. I'm like, Why keep starting and why not finish up what you got going? Like, there needs to be more time. Anyways, what else? Well, during my multiple resting sessions this past week, I was thinking about my next design. Also, the make along for my last design is now over. I haven't drawn the winner yet as of the time I'm recording this, but the winner will be announced later on today if it hasn't been already by the time we're seeing this. So I had this picture in my mind, and this is how all my designs start, is with a vision. And then I just try and act upon the vision, and it's not always easy. So my next design has been in timeout for about a month because I was very mad at it. Here's a little swatch I did. I was playing around with, there's no rhyme or reason to this. I'm playing around with this with increasing, okay? Look at the texture, though. That's what I'm going for, some texture. This is some of my Karen Simply Soft that I was just playing around with, like I said, just to get the increasing that I'm looking for. So during one of my many rest sessions, I was thinking about it. And when I put it in timeout, I was having a hard time with the increases, and it's not doing what I want it to do. It's doing it when I'm telling it to do, but it's not matching my vision. So, was it one night, I decided to pull it out because it's been in timeout for about a month. Decided to pull it out, and suddenly it's working, and I don't know where I had the problem before. And I like started going and going and going, and it was working. I'm like, okay. So yeah, of course I'm writing everything down. So here is my next swatch. Now, this is not going to be the final look of my design. I'm using this yarn. It's very pretty. It was gifted to me by my local yarny friend. I do like this. I'm going to keep this as is, but I needed a yarn that I could frog because the final one is yarn that you cannot frog. So, but this is turning out very lovely. Look how pretty. Now the hard thing with this yarn here is it's hard to see. You can see some of the texture there. As what I'm going for is texture in this unique shape that I want. So this is going to be like a shawlette scarf kind of thing. So I want it nice and long and skinny, and then like it's going to like form into a diamond hair shape, and then the other sides could be the same. So just working on some math and how long and what I want it to do, but yes, it's going to be very lovely. I think that it going into timeout really did help my me think about what I wanted it to do. And I love these colors though. This yarn is this Yarn Bee Urban Cheek. It is a 3 light, 78% acrylic, 22% cotton in the colorway Berry. It's very pretty. And the texture of this section here is different from this section. And that's not sparkle, that's just like other color, like a off-white color running through there. But here's the yarn that I want my final project to be, is this Yarn Bee 44th Street. Look at that color. This is the color Mustard. See, you can't frog that. There's some halo on there. So that's not froggable. I've attempted it. Does not work. This is a 3 light, 70% acrylic, 30% polyamide. And there is 540 yards, and they still make this. And this color, I love this color. This is where I'm drawing the inspiration from, is the color. So, once I get one side done to the middle where I want it to be, then I gotta work backwards and decrease it. So, it sounds easy peasy, you just decrease, but there's a rhythm going on here that I gotta keep the rhythm, and hopefully it works. And keep it symmetrical. So, that is my current design. It's currently being housed in this bag that I got Kim from the Crafty Nomad last year. It is my bag that I have designated my design bag. Is packed full with the yarns from the last design, and I haven't cleaned it out yet. Hopefully soon. We shall see. So, what else? I feel like there should be more. I have a finished object. Yes, I'm very excited, very proud. And it is my owl for Attack of the Amigurumi January theme. Oh, look at him. He's so cute. Isn't it cute? I love it. Okay. So wings. And it's got a tail. So this guy here and its little ears, these tufts, I don't know what you call them. They called it tufts in the pattern. Those were the hardest part to attach because I was very like making sure they match or placed the same. So it's got little pink cheeks. So yes, it's all done. I'm very proud and very excited. This is the very first amigurumi that I've done that has color work in the pattern. I've never done it before. It was a huge learning experience. I enjoyed it because look at my end result. I think it was well worth it. The pattern I use is from this Pika-Payu 2 that I found on Amazon. I do have the first one as well too. Tons of cute amigurumi in this thing. I want to do more. This is Newton Owl. Of course, I changed up to colors. Although my colors for the plaid part are very similar. But they did theirs in like a pewter blue or something. Petrol blue. And mine's in taupe. I did a last minute switch here for the plaid. I had bought this gorgeous wine yarn for this owl. And then I had bought a different red for the pink part. When I was doing it, I just wasn't feeling it. So I switched it up for this pink that I found in my stash. And I think it is perfect. Absolutely love it. I actually kind of want to make a blanket in these colors. In this plaid color. I did buy more of these colors, which you'll see later on this week. But the yarn I use for this is this Big Twist Value, which is now being used for the hose of my llama. And this is the colorway taupe, 4 medium, 100% acrylic. And there's 380 yards in a skein. And then I used a little bit of white, or excuse me, ivory. And then I didn't use much of these. This is light rose. This is an older version of the Big Twist. And wine. I love this wine color. I had to go buy more. When me and my friend Becky went on our shopping trip, I said I need some more of that wine. I just love the color that it is. It is very pretty. And all those colors made this guy. So I think he turned out absolutely perfect. And very cute. I wish he was a little bit bigger. Guess you could make them a little bit bigger by holding 2 strands of yarn together. There was actually a, because I like amigurumi that is like huggable, like large. And she had in one of these books a llama as well too, but it must be in the first one. And I was going, these are the ones that are in this one. Look how cute. And there was a llama in the first one that I was going to do that's standing on all fours. But like I said, I like bigger amigurumi. And this is a good size. Don't get me wrong, this is a nice little size, but I like them more bigger. But not too big. Medium size. To me, this is a larger small. Yeah. So, I love it. Very, very proud of this one. I like the color work. Less attaching. Like the face was all color work. Didn't have to attach it. The nose I had to attach. This is all color work down here for the body. Had to attach the wings, little feet, and the tail, and the tufts. But the fact that the face, which when it came to owls, the eyes gets me. That's what I hated about amigurumi. That was one of my first ones that I attempted many years ago, and its eyes made me so mad. But I'm glad I picked this one because it looked like a penguin for the longest time, but now it looks like an owl because it has its wings. It's perfect. So that is all I've been working on. Now I look at my table. I showed you everything on my table. Yes, that is it. Busy. I'm feeling much better, like I said. So the yarn stuff is coming out a little bit more. The baby blanket is something I want to finish very soon. I'm so close to finishing the body of it. Gonna get those ends tucked in and then get the manatee applique made and put on. So I'm hoping that's a priority this week. I almost started like a new project this past week, but I didn't. I held back. I did get the yarn out and I did attempt to start it, but the colors weren't working for me, so I put it back. And then I would like to make a hat. I made a hat for Christy's hats and more hats on Crochet Creations by Christy's Facebook page. I did make a hat for January. I would like to make another hat for February. I've been feeling inspired by the hats. Mostly what I do is I have this yarn and then I just kind of find the pattern to match. And I finally found the pattern that I want to use for the next one. I just gotta get it started. And yeah, I think that's all I have. So thank you all for joining me today and hanging out as I babbled way too much. And I hope that you found some sort of inspiration from what you saw. And until next time, remember to keep that yarn running through those fingers, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.